Sounds like Charles Hodgkinson might be in some deep trouble. Ripple's got some payment news you need to hear. What does that mean for XRP price? Speaking of, we'll talk price action, along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Along with updates in regards to the stablecoin vote happening later today. But before we get into the crypto news, oh, the bleeding. Yes, everyone, it's getting worse as things are getting deeper into the red. Oh, but remember, what's my job? Come on, say it. What's my job? Yeah, I know. I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad, and today is bad and sad. But there is some good Ripple news payments, so I will throw that in. I do you first. No, I don't do you first. I do your comments first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Happy motherfucking Monday. Darth Greenlow says, Choo Choop is nachos is fucking hilarious. Thanks for the accurate report, and I appreciate it, and thank you everyone for your comments. Dabble Tonic says, I don't think people understand how seriously bad downgrading our national credit rating is for the U.S. It will also be a big win for the BRICS nations who are trying to do away with the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency. Very true. Very, very true. It also makes our debt payments even more expensive. It's like this. Let's say you got a credit card, right? Let's say you miss a payment on that credit card. Well, guess what happens? Your ratings go down, right? Your credit score goes down because they report you. Then all of a sudden your interest rate goes up. That's kind of what's happening with the United States right now. John Doe says, Klaus still bringing the real talk. If the meat fondlers were correct, we would all be rich 5 months ago. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for the accurate info. That's right. How many times are you told, oh, XRP to 10,000, $40,000 buyback, XRP backed by gold? It's all bullshit, isn't it, everyone? But you know it's not. The news, good, bad, happy, or sad. Bitcoin's in 104,668. ETH's 24.59. While BNB's at 644. Sol at 163. ADA's at 73 cents. And oh, Charles may be in charge, but Charles is in trouble. Doge and the meme crew's in trouble. XRP's at 234. Tons under $3. While HBAR, look at that sale. Aisle 2, 19 cents. Eleanor's telling us, guess what? Shaping up to be a high stakes week for crypto in Washington with the Senate voting. Guess what I got? Ooh, floor proceedings. That's right. They're starting at 3 p.m. today. So if I can't cover it, I'll have it linked in the description below so that you can follow the cloture vote. By the way, Hernandez, Othalio, Constantino, Miguelathu says, Michael Saylor bet everything on the dot-com bubble, lost billions. People don't realize he has a very bad track record in investing. How much money did Michael Saylor lose in the dot-com bubble? Michael Saylor lost approximately $6 billion in a single day during the dot-com bubble in March of 2000, when MicroStrategy's stock plummeted 62% after announcing accounting errors. Holy shit. Some sources like Fortune magazine in 2001 rank him as the biggest loser of the tech bubble, estimating his total losses at $13.53 billion. So, for some people out there that like to coddle and suck on the Sailor Boy's nuts, remember, he was also a fucking loser. Charles Hodgkinson addresses misappropriating allegations amid Cardano's audit report. Okay, so basically this is what's happening. Artist Masato Alexander has accused Hodgkinson of using a Genesis key to manipulate the ledger during the 2021 Allegra hard fork, raising concerns within the community. Amid accusations of mismanagement, clarifying an audit for the fate of a $600 million worth of ADA. Here's what's going on. The Cardano's Foundation's move to publish an audit report represents a significant step towards transparency in the wake of serious allegations of misappropriation of $600 million worth of ADA, saying they were improperly managed during pivotal network upgrades. Oh, shit. In light of the ongoing situation, Hodgkinson has publicly defended his position. He emphasized that the claims made against him stem from misunderstandings regarding the management of tokens. According to him, the substantial transfer of 318 million ADA was initially legitimate and did not involve any misappropriation. He stated in a May 6 post, IOG never gave itself 350 million unclaimed ADA, alluding that in perspective, most of the funds were legitimately claimed, while only a minor portion was forfeited. Okay. The intense discourse within the community signifies more than just concerns over financial mismanagement. It reflects a growing mistrust of leadership within the crypto space. Hodgkinson expressed that the backlash has left him deeply hurt, revealing the psychological toll that such allegations can take on industry leaders. Basically, what they're saying is Charles was playing a little bit of finagling with the funds. Yeah. So what they're saying is like, look, release the books, my guy. We want to see if you, cook the books and if you gave the money to yourself. Charles, it's time to show us the deets, my guy. Now on to Ripple news. Ripple expands UAE reach with 2 new blockchain payment partners. Zan Bank and Mammal will now leverage Ripple payments. So that's good news for the ecosystem. This platform connects a global network of payout partners while utilizing blockchain tech and digital assets to facilitate faster, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border transfers. These partnerships highlight the growing adoption of blockchain payment solutions in the region as traditional banks and fintech companies seek to improve efficiency and speed up settlement times. Reese Merrick, Ripple's managing director of the Middle East and Africa, emphasized the importance of these developments, saying this: with our new DFSA license, we can now manage payments end-to-end in the UAE, moving funds globally 24/7 with near-instant settlement. Our partnerships with Zand and Mammal reflect a strong demand for efficient blockchain-based alternatives to legacy payment rails. Okay, so good ecosystem news. By the way, the announcement, it's also linked in the description below. So, broader crypto market. Volume still bonkersville. We seem to have rebounded from the lows of earlier today. The altcoins are rebounding as well, although it is getting nasty for the memes. Yes, everyone, this does not look good at all for the memes. Institutional money is still flowing into the BTC and the ETH, but overall, we're starting to see some nasty. Now, you see this altcoin season index 28 out of 100? That doesn't mean that our favorites are doing juicy. You know who's doing good? Fartcoin, Virtual, Whiff, Maker, some Pepe, some Pendle, some Crow. But our favorites that we like on this channel are not doing so good. H-bar, I know. Algo not doing so good. XLM not doing so good. Doge not doing so good. ICP not doing so good. You see what I'm saying here? There are some problems. Now, XRP, yes, rebounded from the lows of earlier today. Still off, though, because when you zoom out to the 7-day chart, that does not look pretty. Volume, though, looks pretty for the exchanges because, remember, exchanges make money on people trading. So the more volatility we have, the more money the exchanges are making, everyone. You are seeing the Korean won pairing starting to inch up. They're buying the dip. Right. We know how that goes. The Ripple announcement in the UAE, is that going to help out the XRP price? I mean, it's not going to help it out right now. Is it going to help it out in the future? I don't know about that one, girlfriend. Let's go to those candlesticks and see if anything juicy helps us out right here. We're going to go to the 15-minute variant. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, where we got to those lows of 228. So, we are seeing a little bit more softness. Now, well, look what happens when I zoom out. You're seeing this. These are the lower lows that we've seen over the last week and a half. Now, what I'm going to definitely be paying attention to is this. What happens tonight with the stablecoin bill? What also happens with the further downgrades, right? We already saw what happened with Moody's, but is this going to have an even further impact on the market and push us even lower? What are we eyeing here? The previous support of 210 that we got on May 6th. I hope we don't get any lower to that. If we do, though, what would that tell us? More rinse and repeat, right? More pumps and dumps of crypto. Go to the 4-hour chart, okay? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. That 210 mark that we got here on that 6th of May, I hope we don't get back down there, because if we get back down there, you're looking at sub $2 XRP. We watched 2 times in a row as the bigs pumped us up to 260 plus, 265 technically, and then sold us off for some profit erroneous. Right now, though, the market is holding right here at 234, which was the previous high that we saw in these 2 cycles right here on the 28th of April. So right now, your guess is going to be as good as mine where we go from here, because the Moody's downgrade sent us into a tailspin. The CME futures did not do jack crap Ola for us. And remember, the big thing right now is this. The cloture vote that's going to be happening tonight. It is happening. The vote is happening. Remember, this is not the vote to see if the stablecoin bill passes. This is just the vote to see if they have enough votes to see if they can debate it on the Senate floor. We need to keep our fingers crossed for some juicy news to happen this week, or else what's going to happen? Interest is going to wane, and so is the price action. Because guess what? There ain't no big reports coming out this week. There's nothing too juicy happening. You've got Memorial Day weekend coming on up, and you know what that means. Boring volume, because you're going to have traditional finance markets closed next week, Monday. And that's not cool. Why? Well, because then that's what? Lower retail interest. And guess what? Institutional trading would be shut down too, because those players aren't going to trade at all either. Which means what, everyone? Yeah, lower interest. And with lower interest usually means what? Lower prices. So let's hope something juicy happens the rest of this week. So keep those fingers crossed, and let's hope for hot action. Well, this week is kind of starting off as a big giant shit show, huh? Yeah, definitely not cool. As we're seeing what? BTC hold 104,000, while a lot of the alts that we like on this channel and a lot of the alts that you like are just in the shitter. And what really sucks about this too is it's not like there's any like bad news directly with any of these alts. It's just the whole market itself is just kind of poop. What are you seeing? You're seeing the alts kind of do their big thing last week. We got some good price actions the week before that. And then what? Players take the profits, right? It's pumperoni, dumperoni, profit taking, rinsing and repeating. We're seeing it time and time again. And I believe you're going to keep seeing that until what? We get a United States and China trade deal. And that's going to go on until the first week of August. But hopefully we get that cloture vote that happens tonight, which allows us what? To debate the stablecoin bill on the Senate floor. And then if the debates go good, we can then vote on it, and then that gets sent to the House. So yeah, I already talked about it in an earlier video. Either way, we need something big to happen this week. We need the stock markets to start moving. We need something good to happen because the Moody's downgrade is going to set a sour tone for the rest of this week. Why? Because the debt. And the debt is not going to get fixed anytime soon. It's not like all of a sudden tomorrow we're going to be like, oh, we figured out a way to get rid of this $36 trillion worth of debt. No, that's going to stay here for a while. So now we're looking at this going, okay, crap. We got the bad news with the debt rating. What are we going to get good news-wise to offset this? We don't really have any major reports coming out this week. We've got a holiday at the start of next week, which means the interest is going to be kind of lower than normal. Not too good looking, is it? So, yeah, just be prepared. Now, fingers crossed, though, that something juicy happens and something good happens. Because remember, crypto volatility is going to be here for a while. We're going to have some wild times ahead until we get what? Until we get regs. We first need the stablecoin regs to happen, then we can get regs for the rest of the market. So, let's be optimistic about this, but let's also be realistic. That's why I bring you the news, whether it's good, bad, happy, or sad. So, choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos.